Flosstube. I hope everybody's okay. It's been months and months since my last video, and Christina, you're texting me right now whilst I'm doing this. Yeah, it's been about 7 months since my last video. I think it was the end of March was my last one, so this has been requested by singles of people. So I have had very much of a stitching slump this year. I don't know what's been wrong with me, but it is what it is. So I've got piles of stuff, and I've definitely made up for it with shopping. I've got quite a few whips to show, so I'll go through those first and then show my finishes and FFOs. So first off is Tomato, or is it the other way around? No, Tomato by Hands On Designs. I love this. I didn't see it when it was the exclusive in the Facebook group Homespun something or other, but I saw it. I saw loads of people posting finishes, and I've just loved it ever since. So as soon as it was available, I ordered it from 123 Stitch. I'd already got all my threads and everything and sourced my fabric before, so I started stitching on it immediately. So this is where I am, and you'll notice that I'm doing it the other way around. So this is the tray part, and they have stitched Tomato on the tray, but I'm stitching Tomato, and then on the red tomato I will put Tomato. I've said Tomato quite a few times. Anyway, so I just wanted to do it that way around because I would see this more, and being from the UK, that's how I would say it, Tomato rather than Tomato. So just in my head, that's what made sense to me. So, but anyway, I love this and I can't wait to get it done. I've just got to do the top border and then a few bits of back stitching, and then that's it done, and then I can FFO it and then start on the actual Tomato. So I'm going to put everything away as I go, so I apologise for that now, but I will get in a muddle if I don't. Then this was another new start, and this is Shining Star by the Drawn Thread. So I'm not doing the words here, I'm just doing the tree, and it's not a great picture. This is where I am, so I've only got to do the top of the tree, and I hope you can see how lovely it is in real life. Not that you're seeing it in real life, but you know what I mean. Or they've got lots of speciality stitches for the baubles and whatnot, because there's not a lot of cross stitching in this, so it does go very fast. So I've added on the star charms, and there are some beads to put on it as well. So that's where I am. Usually I stitch in hand, but I do all the cross stitch first, and then I put it in a hoop to do the speciality stitches because it's just easier with the tension. So next, this was a purchase I got this one from Brenda Gervais' website, Country Stitches Online. This is I love fall most of all. So it came with the tray and the little pumpkins, and I've loved this since I first saw it. I think it was an exclusive just on her website, I think, but you couldn't buy the chart on its own without buying it as a kit. I think that's right, but obviously she doesn't sell to any other country, I don't think, other than the US, so it's really quite hard for us to get her patterns here now. But anyway, I've managed to get hold of it, and this is what I've got done. So I've just got the pumpkin and the bird to stitch all of the top. No, it's not all the top's done, but that, yeah, this is where I am anyway. But yeah, I love this, and it's on the Call For fabric, which I think is Old Stationery by Seraphim. Then I worked a tiny bit on Tannenbaum by Brenda Gervais. And I showed this, it'll be last year now, but it was only 2 videos back. I was able to make my own tray for them, and I stitched one and tested it, and you know, everything's fine. So I just need to work on stitching these up, and I'm stitching on the middle one, and that's all I've done. Just a tiny snowflake. I've very much been switching around with my projects just to try and find something to get me back into the stitching zone, but it's been a bit elusive. Then I've worked on Spell of the Moon by Blackbird Designs. I love this. This is in the Winds of Autumn book. And this is, I've nearly finished this one. I stitched on this on Halloween. And that's where I am. And I'm stitching this on Murky by Picture This Plus, and I also changed the colour of my moon, because the whatever the Call For thread is, and I can't remember what it's called, is my one was really orange and I didn't really like it, so I just found another thread to use, and it's Clamshell by Weeks, I think. Then another one I've worked on is Quaker Sewing Tray by Brenda J again. And this is where I am. That house took ages for me to do. The fabric I chose, it's really quite thick, and I'm doing 2/2, and it's quite hard to get, it's not an enjoyable to stitch on. I don't know what the fabric is. Oh, well, it's an R&R, I know that much, but it just feels a much thicker linen than their other. But anyway, that's where I am, and I'm glad that the house is finished. I absolutely love this, and I would like to get it done, because I have, again, I showed it in 2 videos back. I found a tray that would fit, because we can't get that sort of thing here, this tray here, so I bought one that would fit from Hobbycraft, and I painted it this colour, and I can't wait to get it FFO'd. But anyway, so hopefully. This is an embroidery. So I think I showed this in my last video, but this is, what is this? Christmas Angel by the Stitchery, which is Nikki Franklin. And you buy it as a kit. Sorry, the picture is really rubbish, and then the thread doesn't help that I've got it, or the plastic bag, but that's, I can't be bothered to take it out. And this is where I am. So all I've got to do is finish off the thread in the dress, and then put some stars around the outside, and then that's done. But I do love them. And then I stitched on Merry and Minty by Brenda Gervais. This was a freebie from 2020, I think. Or 2020, I'm sure. It's on her Facebook page if you don't know about it, but I'm sure you all do. And that's where I am. I'm not using any of the Call For threads. I'm just picking threads that I've got. And I'm doing it on the actual call for fabric. So I do enjoy this one, and I wish I'd got it done. I wish I'd done it as the stitch along, but hey ho. Then I've got another 2 from here. This was, I think I'd shown spring last time. I just started it, and then I've also started the summer. Now I'm not in the US, so none of this appeals to me at all for you know, stitching it for summer. So I was just winging it and doing it some other colours. But anyway, I haven't got very far, but I was just picking them as I was going along. And this is spring, so I've finished the house, and I'm doing mine on 32 count vintage country mocha. I'm just trying to use up all of my bigger count, smaller count fabric, and just get my like stash levels down, because I do actually miss buying fabric, but I've been quite good and not bought any for ages because I'm just trying to use up what I've got. But anyway, that's where I am with spring, and summer is a really small start. So that's where I'm going for more pastel colours than the red. So I just thought that would be nice. And then I never ever keep up with season stitching, but you know, it is what it is. It's a start. So then I also started Bittersweet September by Blackbird Designs. And this chart is also in Winds of Autumn, I think. And this is where I am. I just really fancied starting this one because I think it's ever so pretty. I love the colours. I think I stitched this on the first day of autumn, and it was roasting. Then this one isn't really worth showing, but I'm going to do it anyway. This is Drawn Thread, Welcome Spring, and I just made the meagerest of starts and started the O. Again, really not worth showing. But I've got, I think in my last video I showed Welcome Christmas, and I bought a frame from, I can't even remember, an online frame, and you just put in your measurements that you want, and they make it to what size you want. So I'm just going to plan on popping them in and out when the season changes. So that is Welcome Spring, and then I also started Welcome Christmas, and again this is a US flag, so I decided to do a Union Jack. And this is where I got to. So I just made up the Union Jack myself. It's not really hard to make it up, but I think it fits quite well. I wanted to get the flag in so I knew what I needed to change around, because it is bigger than what the pattern is for the US flag. So I just need to change a few things around with the watermelon vines. Anyway, yeah, I love this, and I will get back to that next year probably now, unless it just takes my fancy, which is very much how I am with my stitching. Oops. This was a new start. This was Grand Old Flag by Brenda Gervais, very American for Independence Day, I think, or just very American. And I'm deciding to do this to go with the threads and pins keeper of the pins, her chart. So the way I'm going to do this is where the lady is holding the flag, I'm going to change this into a needle, and then I don't really need to change anything else other than I won't put Liberty on. So I love this, and I'm not doing this in the core 4 threads, I'm doing it in some threads to match up with, is it Queen of the Needle? It was one I finished last year or the year before. So this is where I am with this. So I only made a very small start. There we are. I think I'm using some leftover silks, I'm not sure. Anyway, and then I made a tiny bit of progress on When Flowers Blossom by Brenda Gervais. There's a theme here for Brenda Gervais. I love this chart, and I'm doing the same as Laurie Holt's conversion. She added on some more bees over here. I just loved her finish because she found a frame and then altered the pattern to fit the frame, but I'm just doing it as she did. So that's the chart, and this is where I am. I think I just finished the house, to be honest, and maybe stitched in the bees, I'm not really sure, but I love this one, and I'm doing this on 32 count limestone by Zweigart. And finally I started this Sunnyside sampler by the Drawn Threads, and this is a stitch along that's on Instagram, and I can't remember for the life of me who is hosting it, but it's Sunnyside Sampler Sal if you follow the hashtag or want to join in. But the lady who's organised it, and I feel awful that I can't remember her name, but hey ho, has split the chart into 12 parts, and it started last month. Obviously I'm already behind, but not by much. This is where I am for this one. So it's only the start, and I'm doing it. I changed out the fabric because the call for fabric was a little bit too light and you couldn't really see the white, so I just changed it for flax. I think, I'm sure it's flax. Is it flax? Yeah, it should be done on natural, and I chose to do flax because my natural was a bit, it looks ill. My natural does, it doesn't look very nice at all, so I just changed it for something else that I had. So that's all my whips or new starts, and now I will show my finishes, which there aren't many. Oops. So where am I? So this is 4 Seasons by Lizzie Kate, and this is autumn, and I decided to stitch these as separate ones. I think Nicole's Needlework did that, and I just loved how hers looked, and I'm stitching this on 28 count amber, which is the call for linen. I think it's by Permin. Yeah, it is by Permin. So that's that one done, and there's little buttons here. Oh, and I left off, I'm not sure where my charts are, to be honest. There is something here that looks like it could be a basket of something or other, but I didn't really, it didn't look enough like what I thought it was, so I've just left it out. And I was going to put a pumpkin there, but I quite like it how it is, so I'm not going to bother. So there's that one, and I did start that actually I started that last autumn, I think. And did I start it last autumn, or I started it maybe this autumn? I can't remember. So I did actually at least stitch that within the season. So next is Fa La 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 La, Fa La La by Shepherd's Bush. This is a kit that's not a kit, well it was a kit. Christina had the original and she sent me the leftovers, and she also had a spare button that she sent me, which was really kind of her, so I was able to get that done. So I love that. And then another one which she sent me, and she did give me the threads, but I wanted to do it a bit more, I think I chose brighter threads, and this is Naughty or Nice by Shepherd's Bush again. And can you see the black here? I was so lucky. I don't know what happened. I think I was ironing something, and oh, I don't know, and it's just, yeah, black from the iron. So I was very lucky. So I think when I finish this into just a little pillow, that won't show at all. So yeah, I'm pleased with how that's turned out. So, oh, and I've got two from this book, which is Keeper of the Pins. So I've got this one done, My Soul is Fed, I think that's what it's called, and that's my finish. I'm doing this on what was the called for fabric? Vintage Country Mocha, and I'm doing this on Lakeside Linen, the vintage Meadow Route, and my friend Vicky will be very pleased to know that I'm actually using the fabric that she sent me. So I went wrong on my chart, so if you look, it should be 2 spaces between each letter, and I had stitched too much to note it before I noticed that I'd only left 1. So mine's much more compact than the called for, than the pattern shows. So, but you know, it's fine, it works. So yeah, and I think I'm doing these. I wanted a brighter red than the, I can't even think what thread I'm using, to be honest. So it's down here in the great big pile. So yeah, I'm just choosing a much brighter red thread, because that's what I like. And that's, yeah, that's that. So then I've got some FFOs. Ooh. And I can't remember what this is called. This red or something red round, I don't know. But I know it's by Hands On Designs. And I just finished it in a hoop and added some ribbon. And then this is, I showed this in my last video, and this is the one and only Glitter Village house that I did, and I've just finished it into a pillow. And I used some blue velvet from 21st Century Yarns and some pink just to complement the house. I used some chenille from 21st Century Yarns as well, and I think it looked very out of practice, and I think it complements it quite well. I love these colours for Christmas. So there's that, and I did change my design up a little bit from how it's charted, but that's what I wanted to do. And then I've got, this is Merry You. I bought this as a kit from the Nimble Thimble. This is by Shepherd's Bush, so it had absolutely everything in it to finish. So the ribbon, the beads. This is my first time doing a ruched edge, and I was so worried that I wouldn't have enough of the ribbon to go all the way around it, because you know, I'm not, yeah, but you know, I think I did all right. It might be a bit bigger in some areas, but hey ho. So then they include the fabric as well, and then I just did the whole, cut the middle down the back and stuffed it and added a little charm. And this is growing on me now, finishing it this way. But yeah, I love this. I love the colours, and I'm quite impressed with my ruched ribbon edge. I followed the tutorial that Vonna does on her YouTube finishing videos, how to add a ruched ribbon, I think it's called. So yeah, so there's that. And then finally, oh yeah, for my FFOs, where's that gone now? And then finally, not finally, I've got another one. This is called Stitch Spool by Jeanette Douglas. And I bought this as a kit from the Nimble Thimble, Chris at the Nimble Thimble. And I love this. I think I'd had like maybe a 2-month break of stitching, and this is, I'd gone shopping. And I'd gone to one shop first and I didn't have a great experience there. So I then drove to the Nimble Thimble and took it out on my debit card. And I bought this when I was there as one of the things. And I just love this. It's so cute. So that's what that's called, Stitch Spool. Woo. Oh dear, sorry, I'm doing terribly, but at least I'll have a Flosstube up, even though it's all over the show. But yeah. So there's that, and then my final finish is this. I impressed myself that I was able to do this, but and this is Parker Stocking by Shepherd's Bush, and I adore this so much. And I've done it in all the called for threads, except for I used a crew because I couldn't get the called for white because it's done in pearl cotton. I'm gonna have to show it in bits, I think. So it's got all the charms on it as well. This is one of their newer designs. I did have another one originally, but when I got it out, it was just a bit dated and I couldn't be bothered to convert the colours. So I sold the pattern, and I've always wanted to do one of these stockings, so I bought this one and I love everything about it, and it's stitched up so quickly. It's on 18 count over 2. It was so nice just to use massive count. So this is my fabric for the back, and if you look very closely, and I can't, oh there, it's on the baubles, it's Liberty fabric. Is it on the baubles? Yeah, it just say Liberty in the middle. So it's it's fully lined throughout, and I know the fabric doesn't necessarily go with the front, but it's what I had in my stash, and I love this fabric because it has got a stocking on the back. I'm all over the place, sorry. It's got a stocking on within the fabric there, so I just thought I can get it finished. And I'd just done a search on YouTube for fully lined stocking, because you can make, you know, a stocking without it being a cross stitch. It was nerve-wracking just trying to get the iconic Shepherd's Bush stocking shape, but oh, I was very impressed. And even though my hanger looks wonky, it is sewn like that, so it hangs better. This is what somebody had said on the video. Do it at a slight angle rather than stitching it sewing it in straight, so it hangs better, something like that. So that's what I did. And sorry, I'm really showing this, but I just love it. I absolutely love it, and it just it makes me smile. So yeah, that is all of my whips, finishes and FFOs that I have stitched on in the last 7 months, I think it is. So I've had COVID. I finally decided that I wanted to get it, and I did get it. And I was really poorly. And I had it over I mean, we're not built for the summer here at all. And I had it when it was the 40-degree weather, which in Fahrenheit is I can't even think what it is in Fahrenheit, but it was so hot, and I had a really bad fever. Oh, it was, yeah, I was just all over the place, and I was still testing positive for like 13 days. It was ridiculous, and it really took it out of me. So, and it took me months to fully recover, because I was still getting like what I was calling the COVID sweats, and I was tired all the time. That lasted for a good 2 months, 3 months after I'd, like, you know, got over the initial COVID. So anyway, but I have got a massive pile of shopping, and I don't even think I've managed to pull it all out. Oh, I've got, before I go into that, I have got another finish, but it's not a finish because I noticed something. But yeah, this is Mr. Crow's Calling, I think it is, or Mr. Crow's Pumpkin by Buttermilk Basin. And I bought this kit from Liberty Bell here in the UK. And I thought, you know, after I'd actually FFO'd it, and when I say FFO'd it, I've glued it to the board, I noticed that I haven't finished this. So I'm going to try and finish off that somehow. Have I got to pull it off the board, or, but anyway, you know, nobody's going to notice it from a great distance at the moment, but I was really annoyed with myself. But yeah, this, I do love this. You've got some speciality stitches. Farm Girl Michelle has finished this one. Hers is a much better example than mine. This is my first go at a applique, but I just loved it. I didn't realise it was going to be this big, but it's about the size of an A1 sheet of paper. But I just loved him. Mr. Crow's Pumpkin, I'm sure that's what it's called. But anyway, so I've got to figure out how to try and do that, but you know, it is what it is. Now, please don't judge me on the amount of crap that I've bought, but you know, because I'd only lost my stitching bug. I hadn't lost my love for buying loads of crap. I mean, it's good crap, but you know, but it's a bit embarrassing. But anyway, so I'm not gonna, yeah, this is the Good Witch Pin Kit by Stacey Nash. So I love this. I've loved this for ages, so I just bought it. This is Strawberry Basket Pin Keep and Scissor Fob by Stacey Nash. I love this. That's close up of the scissor fob. I'm hoping you can see it with the glare. And then I've got Caroline Amelia Trowel by Brenda Gervais. I didn't buy this when it came out, but I wanted it. And I kitted it up. I've got a lot of the threads anyway, so I just bought the individual ones that I needed. So that's all kitted up. And then I've always been a bit funny about this one, but I decided I just wanted it. So this is Frosty's Night Out by Blackbird Designs, because it's very unlike Blackbird Designs, I think. So, and I've got the called for fabric in there, but mine's 32 count and I think it's on 36. Yes, 36. So yeah, Frosty's Night Out. I'm dropping things. Then I've got Tomato Tart by Heart in Hand. I said something else, it was Hand in Heart. I think I said something that I'd finished. The hoop was this one that I'd finished, and I think this is by Heart in Hand and not Hands on Designs. Oops. So yeah. Then I've got a plethora of the drawn thread, and this is the Haunting. Love this. And then Deck the Halls And this, I've just got the chart for this. I bought it at a retreat I was at recently. And then this is Trick or Treat. This is the full kit. And this is how I do love to buy them, to be honest. So then, and then I've got this one, Pumpkin. And this is, again, is just the chart, not the full kit. And then this is Halloween, and it's that moon I absolutely love in the back. And you can't really see, but the little details in this are just adorable. And I've got the kit for that. The kits I buy from Chris at the Nimble Thimble. And then I bought Emily's Hope. I love this. And then little bits of Christmas. And again, the kit. And I don't know where I've put the fabric. Then I've got Stacey Nash, Deck the Halls Pinky. Then I've got Glory Be Mouse by Just Nan, and I have bought a few other Just Nans, but I couldn't be bothered to hunt them out, which ones I've bought. But I know I have got the peacock somewhere. But yeah, I love that. And then I was finally able to get hold of Ye Old Crow by Heart in Hand. It's one I always forget about, and I always remember about it after I've finished checking out. And I'm like, oh, damn it. So yeah, I finally managed to get hold of that. And then I bought Fresh from the Garden by Little House Needleworks. I love that tomato here. I love that. And I think this was a class kit from 2000 and something or other, 2010, and I think when it was originally released this was already included, because my friend Adele has bought this, and I think she's actually got the kit and I wasn't that lucky. But yeah, love that. Then I've got This Is the Day by Plum Street Samper, and it's that house that I absolutely adore. And the basket of flowers. Love that. And I've kitted that up as well, you know, for all these starts I'm going to do. Then I've got Stitch Tray by Jeanette Douglas. The sun is coming round. I'm just going to say that I've got this very attractive thing going on here. I'm just going to shut my curtains or blind. So yeah, this is the full kit is in there. The threads are under there. I got this at the Nimble Thimble. Let me just get up. And I finally was able to get hold of the Garden Club series by Blackbird Designs. Got all these from 123 Stitch. I had absolutely loved the finish that Michelle at the Striped Rose had done for hers, and then I think she finished that last year sometime in lockdown. I'm sure that Michelle finished hers, and it's absolutely beautiful. And then Lisa Kindred Stitcher had shown her finish, and that was absolutely epic as well, beautiful. And I was like, I've got to get these charts. So when I saw that they were all in stock, I was click 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 click. And I've also got them, I've got it all kitted up, the called for fabric for one of the charts. I'm going to do it on cocoa, because that is one of the, I'd love to do it, well, would I? I'm not sure. I love how that looks, but I think if I did it, it'd just look like a right bloody mess. So I've just chosen to do all on cocoa, and that was the piece that I had in my stash. I think Christina, you may have sent me it. Thank you very much. But I may have bought it, so you know, you never know. So yeah, I've got all those, and I would like to start this next year if I could. Do one a month because, you know, really good at that. But anyway, have it done in a year. I also bought all of the threads for the bird series that my friend Vicky really kindly sent me. She sent me all of the charts. I had one originally, but she sent me all of them because she realised she'd bought them twice, and she doesn't know how she managed to do that. So I've got all the call for threads, and I'm just trying to find out what fabric I'm going to do that on, because I think I'm going to settle on ale, but it's just trying to find a piece of ale when it's in stock. And I think 123 Stitch have got it now. Yeah, they've got a big enough piece, but I'm trying to I haven't got the right size in my stash, I don't think. I can't remember what I was dithering about, to be honest with that. I think oak, and I love that fabric, but I think it's just a little bit too busy for me going on at the back, whereas ale is more of a calm. I don't know what I'm waffling on about, to be honest. But yeah, I've got all that kitted up, and I love that series, and I'd like to start that. So now purchases. Now I have got a PO box, or it's like a shipping service that I've got in the US that I use. So I've got like a US address. Not all companies will send to the PO boxes. It's not, I haven't got PO box in the address, but whatever. It's called Stitchery is who I use, and if anyone would like a link, you'll get $10 off your first lot of postage. So this is Christina's fault. So she had seen on Instagram, Michelle Farm Girl had posted this a witch in her garden, the kit. She was doing the kit on her website, and she was like, I need this. So I was like, okay, I'll go and have a look. And with Stitchery, it has to be tracked postage. They won't accept just first class mail. It has to be tracked postage, so they'll accept all your orders. So I saw that Michelle used tracked post, so I placed an order. So what I did was I ordered the kit for Christina, and I had only ordered the chart for me because I knew I had literally all the called for threads that I'd got in my stash anyway, so I didn't want to buy the threads again. And then I'd got the call for fabric as well. So the only thing I didn't have was the velveteen and the pumpkin, which Michelle provided, and it's from her garden, and they're amazing. Can you buy them here? Can you how? So I've got to try and find a way. I'm going to have to go pumpkin picking. I should have done it this year, but I'm going to have to go pumpkin picking, find a pumpkin with a nice big stalk, and then do it myself. So anyway, so the called for, sorry, I feel like I am absolutely all over the show, but so the kit came with the candlestick base as well, and the velveteen. I can't remember what the call for, well, it'll be in here, but I can't be bothered to look. I couldn't get the call for velveteen, but I could get yams from 123 Stitch, and I just wanted to get everything all together all at once. So I ordered yams, and when Christina's kit came, it's not too far off. So that's what I have got for that one. So yeah, so from Farm Girl, I'm going to get confused with what I ordered now. Oh, before I start with that, I got Herbert as well by Heart in Hand. Got that from 123 Stitch. I've really enjoyed buying from them. Oh, and I got Easter Peep by Brenda Gervais. So there, right, so let me just sort myself out. That's it. So from Farm Girl, I ordered the kit for Christina, just the pattern for me, and then I also ordered Joy and good cheer. Sorry, wrong way around. I love this. And again, Michelle was selling everything kitted up. Bride already got a lot of the threads myself, so I just didn't want to double up on threads. And then also Be Ye Thankful. So I got that. And then she also does a fabulous range of buttermilk basin, which you can't get here. And she also kits them up. I know buttermilk basin do sell kits as well, but I think the bigger kits Michelle does herself. I'm not sure if that's right. I think it is, but hey ho. So I bought Winter Joy pillow. I love their Christmas stuff. And set of 4 holiday pillows, and I adore this one. And I'm sure it's all kitted up by Michelle. And this is the kit, and whatever you're using for the back and for the front and the back, it feels gorgeous, Michelle. I just love it. So yeah, got those, and I love that she puts a sticker on. So that's what I got from Farm Girl. And I've also ordered, and her website is Farm Girl Dry Goods. So her parcel shipped and went to my Stitchery box, like PO, but let's just call it a PO box. And then it was so funny, it was really weird on the day that when Christina sent me I need the kit for Witches in a Garden, I went and looked on Country Stitches online, and it just so happened that she had got these in stock, because like the Yeebit I Love Fall most of all, it came with a tray, and the little tiny pumpkins only sold on Brenda's website, Country Stitches Online, and that was in stock. And I looked at the other ones, and these were in stock as well, so it was like buy. So it's Lolly's Crows and Candy Corn, sorry. So you can see that it does come with the, what is this called? We don't really have these here. Candy corn. Oh, what is wrong with me? We don't really have these here. And then it does actually come with the tray as well. And it's just a plain, who else is texting me? Anyway, it comes with a plain wooden tray that you just paint, and Brenda gives you all the instructions to do that. So there's that one. And then I also ordered Sugar and Spice, and again this comes with the gingerbread, the candy cane, and the peppermints, and the tray. So, and then you kit it up yourself. And I've loved these from when I first saw them, and I thought there's absolutely no way I'm going to be able to get those, but I did. I was quite glad. And this is one we can get here, but I just ordered it off the website as well. And this is Cup of Christmas Cheer. So I love this as well. I love all of Brenda's stuff. I don't think there's anything that I'm not, I don't love. So one last thing. Where am I? Here. So I'm sure you all know by now that me and Christina, who is Whilst Ira Snaps on Instagram and Flosstube, we do 3 exchanges a year, and it's Christmas, birthday and Halloween. So since my last video, we've both had a birthday and we've had Halloween. So this is what Christina stitched for me for my birthday this year, and this is a freebie by the Snowflower Diaries, and I can't even remember what it's called. I'll put it below, we'll put it on the screen. And this was filled with Cadbury's mini eggs and Cadbury's cream eggs, and she was under the illusion that I was going to keep it aesthetically pleasing, but she was very much mistaken, because who isn't going to eat the chocolate, especially Cadbury's mini eggs? So it remains empty until she sends me some in the post next year with our birthday, when we do our birthday exchange again. But anyway, but yeah, I love this. And this is just a jar from I think she said it was Matalan, and she just stuck the cross stitch on the top. And I'll insert a picture of what I stitched for Christina. And it's from, I'll have to put it on the screen what it is, because I can't remember now, and I'm filming on my phone, so I can't look up what it was that I stitched. But I knew it was a Ukrainian designer, Stitchy Princess. Oh, I'm sure it's Stitchy Princess for her Etsy shop. That's what I stitched for Christina, and I made a few changes. And then for Halloween, this is what Christina stitched for me. This is Spooky from Lizzie Kate, and it's part of a series that, again, I can't remember the name of without going to look in my card, and I can't be bothered to get up. She also made the pin herself, which I've got to be very careful with apparently. And then she's done a beaded edge and filled it with walnut shells, and then added 2022 on the back. And I love this. I love how squishy it is. Yeah, and I'll insert a picture here of what I stitched for Christina. I stitched Christina Eek from Time for Halloween, and so it's this one is the one I stitched for Christina. I'm going to use Christina's picture because hers is much better than the one I bothered to take. Well, it will say Tom's. It was Tom's amazing photography skills that he was able to capture a really great photo. So yeah, that's what I've done for Christina, and we're working on our Christmas exchange right now, but I'll probably be showing you that next year by now, because you know that's how rubbish I am at doing a Flosstube. So, and I think that is everything that I have got. This is where I normally go, ooh no, and I can't think. I think that is absolutely everything that I've got to show. So yeah, I might try and do, I might try and do a Flosstube. Oh no, this is a lie. In an exchange which was on the Homespun, I can't even remember the name of the group, the Facebook page. There was an exchange on there, and you could stitch any design you wanted, but it had to be either finished as a drum or a strawberry, and I've never finished a drum before, and if I did and it looked all right, I don't think I could part with it, so I just went with a strawberry. So this is what I stitched for my partner. And it's from Blackbird Designs, and I think it's in Friendship's Way. I can't remember what it's called. I received my exchange, and this is what I received. So it was a pin cushion, and I think this fabric is from Brenda Gervais? I think I don't know. And then it's just Blackbird Designs strawberry from the same book. I almost chose to do this one myself, but I went with another design. So, and it's got some ribbon and some cotton lace, and I just love it. I think it's lovely, and I've just got them displayed like this on my side. Oh, So yeah, so that was, I don't think my partner's got hers yet because she lives in New Zealand. That's everything from me, and I will try and do a Flosstube for over Christmas and try and get in some Christmas stitching. You know, because I do love Christmas stitching, but you know, hopefully I won't lose my stitchy bug again. Or yeah, I have got the it's the advent calendar, or the advent box from the Stitchery that's coming, which is Nikki Franklin. She does this advent calendar every year. I think she's done it for about 4 years now, and they're just little embroidery kits that you can get. So I signed up for that. So I've tried to do it the last 2 years. So I'm really excited. I managed to get in this time. And then I've also ordered her Christmas Eve box because, you know, I needed something else to do. That is me done, and I think I've definitely waffled on, so I do apologise, and I'm sure this will be all over the place, but you've got a video. Anyway, I will see you all very soon, I'm sure. I'm saying that with, you know, crossed fingers. And I hope everybody takes care of themselves and looks after each other, and I will see you soon.